Hi Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your yearly forecast for 2020, meaning that we are going to see an overview of what 2020 will bring. Now, before I delve into the cards, I am going to ask on a very personal note if you could send prayers and healing energy to my dog, Esme. She just got very bad news from the vet, and if she doesn't have an astoundingly expensive operation, she will have no quality of life whatsoever. She is only a year and a half, a year and a half old, and I am absolutely devastated for her. So if you could send your prayers, if you can manage a donation, $1, that would be absolutely amazing. She's a rescue dog from Texas, and we've had her since she was a little puppy. Now she's the size of a small horse. She's absolutely huge, and she's the sweetest little girl in the whole entire world. Pictures of her are on my Instagram if you want to see her. She's amazing. So if you could, it would just be a miracle, an absolute miracle, because I don't know, it's just all very overwhelming. All right, thank you guys so much. I'm not going to go into more detail because I still can't talk about it without crying, so thank you so very much. All right, so let's get into your reading, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. And what I am going to do, is put the Sacred Earth Sacred Earth Oracle cards over to the side, and we'll use those in just a moment. And I'm going to do a proper tarot reading, and then I'm going to be layering the Spirit Animal Oracle deck on top of the tarot cards to give you an even greater insight and idea as to what to expect from 2020. So I'm going to move these over to the side, and I just think they're absolutely beautiful. All right. So let's see now, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus, what 2020 has in store for you. Scorpio, 2020. 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 Show me clearly, show me clearly. Okay, fantastic. That's where the cards fell, so that's where Spirit wants me to stop. At the center of everything, oh my gosh, you have the Magician. That's astounding. Crowned by the Hermit, a Virgo energy, a time frame August 23rd to September 22nd. 10 of Earth shining through. Temptation has been coming through a lot in 2020, so just be very mindful of this energy. This is also a Capricorn time frame, December 22nd to January 19th. The beginning of 2020 and the end of 2020 are going to be very important for you. The Empress as your roots. Those are powerful roots, Scorpio. The Queen of Waters, that's you shining through. You're represented by the waters in the minor arcana. You're represented by the death card in the major arcana. And then we have the 4 of Earth, the 4 of Pentacles. The 8 of Earth. The Tower. The Ace of Waters. You are absolutely getting this gift from Spirit and running with it. A very powerful truth for you. Okay. Let's see here. Scorpio, 2020. Scorpio, 2020. Scorpio, 2020. Scorpio, 2020. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Show me clearly. All right, fantastic. Right here, we have here Perception shining through. And then we have here Core. So your perception, but also the perception of your heart's truth, is going to be very important to you in 2020, which is rather deep to have coming out. But it is absolutely the truth. There is a connection with the magic within and the way you see the world around you. There's a shift within your consciousness. There is a crumbling down and a leaving behind of something that is no longer right for you. With core right here. And I'm seeing core as at your center, most definitely, which makes sense for core. But you have to listen to your core truth, and you have to listen to the information that Spirit is giving you as you're moving forward and as you are embracing your truth, your desires, and where it is that you want to be. Because if you do not listen to your internal voice, you will find yourself off your path rather easily and rather quickly, and it will be very disappointing for you. You will find yourself getting upset, aggravated, feeling very drained. So be mindful of listening to your heart's truth in 2020 and also listening to the instincts of your heart. Because Scorpio, as I've said a thousand times before, you guys see the gray so easily. And that is so important. And what I mean about that is everybody wants the world to be black and white. Think of it as the written page, right? White page, black print. It's all very easy. It's very clean. And there is nothing to kind of muddy things up. That's not how the world is. Here I am seeing you quite truly as an emotional force, as I see all people. And what I'm seeing here is that as you are moving forward into your grace and into your power, you have to listen to the gifts that Divinity is giving you in 2020, even if you don't believe that it is a gift. But if it goes against your heart's truth, if it goes against your soul, if you sit there and you think, okay, I can do this, but it's making my stomach feel upset, or I feel rather lethargic and drained, you are going to find that that is leading you off your path. So it is going to be very important to you in 2020 to listen to your heart's truth. And the color that shines through here is red. It's healing and cleansing your root chakra. For 2020 is going to be highly beneficial. And then we have here perception. It is all about the way that you perceive things that has you moving forward. Now, you can say, of course, it's all about the way that you perceive things, and everybody perceives everything differently. Yes, that is most definitely true. But your perception is going to be heightened and highly powerful in 2020. And you are going to be seeing things in a clearer light, in a more intense light, and in a very powerful light. So know that here, what you are seeing is not going to be what everybody else sees. Your interpretation of situations, of people, of what people want and where you're heading is going to be different from the mainstream, which can make you feel overwhelmed and out of sorts. So know that your perception is everything for you and everything to you during this time. The color that shines through here is green. That's healing and cleansing your heart chakra. You have to listen to your heart. I cannot stress this enough for you, Scorpio, because it is through your heart. Because here, okay, I almost see like a dream catcher right here above his, where his neck and his shoulders meet right there. So the words that he speaks are catching the negativity. And that is going to be important in your emotional truth and in your soul's essence. So know here that there is something about within your dreams, within the quiet recesses of your mind, negativity is being caught and held back. But it has to be filtered through your heart. If it isn't filtered through your heart, you won't be able to move forward the way that you want to, and you will still feel stagnant and as if you did not leave 2019 behind, as if you dragged it with you into the new year. At your heart of this whole entire reading is the Magician, and that is spectacular because the Magician has everything. He has all the elements on his side: fire for passion and creativity, earth for grounded and the planting of dreams, kind of the nurturing of things. Then air, right? Voice, passion, right? Desires. I see the air being very important to you, Scorpio, during this time, because it is as if it picks up your words and it carries them forward. And that is going to be where your greatest power lies in 2018, in the power of your being able to verbalize your heart's truth. Right? Water, cleansing, love, spirit all around you. You stand before the altar of your existence. You know such a greater truth and a deeper truth than everybody else. And here, there is the Tower. Now, 2020 And I'm not saying this to get you upset, but I am saying that 2020 will hold many changes for you. And it's Spirit being kind of like a mama bird, kicking you out of the nest. And so you might not like the changes that Spirit brings you in 2020, or as you are living your life. You might sit there and be like, oh, wow, I wish I was back at that job, or I wish I was back with that person, or I wish this never happened. But you are going to find that there is a profoundly divine reason why everything has happened and why you are moving forward the way that you are. Because in 2020, Spirit is saying to you, Divinity is saying to you, it's time to fly. Because you can reach unbelievable heights, Scorpio, as you fly, as you soar towards your dreams, as you move forward. Because at your crown, it is the Hermit. The Hermit is turning inward. The Hermit is looking at what you desire. Again, it is a Virgo energy, August 23rd to September 22nd, right? But you turn inward and you unlock. You see right up here how there are keys hanging. And there's one lock. You're unlocking the door to your future. You are unlocking the inner key to what you need to move you forward and to be graced. So as you do so, you are empowered, you are invigorated, and you are blessed. The Virgo energy that is around you. Now, you can be having a really fantastic work relationship or prosperity relationship with a Virgo. Be mindful at this time, it's a Virgo or somebody with a Virgo-like energy around them that can also be very draining to you in 2020. So I'm going to tell you those two ways. But the Virgo is very important. It's either the time frame or it is a person or a person with a lot of Virgo within their chart. Now, as the door is open, as you move inward, I love how you go from 9 to 8. So you have the 8 of Earth. This is hard work. This is dedication. This is commitment. All right? And I love to think of this violin having become a tree, and it's growing from its, its neck, I believe that's what they're called, or I don't really know. The pentacles, the prosperity. And what I'm seeing here is I like to think that this little fairy right there made this tree, made this creation of music and earth. And that's what I'm seeing you create in 2020. A beautiful symphony of earthly desires, of that sounds more sexual, and I don't mean it that way. It's a beautiful symphony of your personal desires, of the way that you want to move forward, of what you've been working so hard for. And it is going to feel like everything starts to align, starts to guide you and grace you. And it's not going to be easy. I don't want you to think, oh my gosh, this year is just going to be the easiest, most wonderful year that I have ever seen. It is going to be a good year because it is a year that has the Empress at your root, that has you taking these gifts from Divinity. So it is a very powerful year for you. But it is also a year of a lot of hard work that unlocks secrets, that moves you forward. There is a creation to you. There is a beauty to you that you are utilizing during this time, and that leads you to the Empress right here at your root. So with the Magician, you have the magic all around you, the magic of Divinity, the magic of the universe right there with you. And with the Empress, I see the Empress as the divine feminine. You are reclaiming your throne. Now, whether you believe in the divine feminine or not, whether she is, another face of Divinity, of God, or whether, she is simply the earth. And I don't mean simply in a nonchalant way. It does not matter to me. But what I see you here as gaining a power and gracing a power that you had seen as forgotten, right? There is a part of you and a grace to you that you had felt was completely overlooked, that wasn't moving you to the place that you wanted to be. Like, it is a part of you, but you felt it as a hindrance or something that other people mocked. Now you are finding that this is one of the most powerful aspects of your personality. And as you realize this, right, with the lotus on her head, with the autumn leaves around her, with the sense of her being a part of the earth, you have here the Ace of Waters. This is God's source spirit, however you see the divine universe, handing you a gift of healing, beautiful love. It's a pearl of something so perfect. But you know how pearls are made, right? Pearls are made when an oyster gets a bit of sand in its mouth and it irritates the life out of that poor oyster. So what does that oyster do? It coats it in saliva, and it coats it in saliva, and it makes a barrier between it and the grain of sand. That becomes a pearl. It's oyster spit. And yet it is so valuable, and it takes so much time. And it is off of an irritant that the greatness is discovered. And that's what I'm seeing here. It's not the smooth sailing that makes you, rise to your highest potential. It is not the easygoingness. It's the irritants. It's not the anger so much as I'll show you. I will show you what I can make out of my life. I can show you how I will move forward. And you do so with divine grace, because divine grace is right there with you. And as you step into your power, as that part of you that you didn't think had any worth comes to life and is awakened, you move to the Queen of Waters. This is you. This is you in the minor arcana. You are a queen. You will be much more comfortable with the Queen of Waters, with the Empress, behind the scenes. Now you have the Magician right here. So you will have times where you are the actor upon the stage, Scorpio. You will have times where people look at you and pay attention to you. But most of the time, in 2020, you will like to be the one looking at things, studying things, taking things in, being the director, okay? Being the one kind of in control of everything. And that is the grace that you are moving forward in. There's a sense of channeling your heart's truth, opening up your soul's desire, because we are emotional beings. And as emotional beings, we have to listen to our hearts. And even when we are out of tune with ourselves, even when we are frustrated and overwhelmed and tired and, cranky and everything that life throws at us, it's saying here, be in tune with your heart. Because you will find that you transcend to new levels and new heights like never before. Then we have temptation. Again, Capricorn energy, December 22nd to January 19th. The beginning and the end of 2020 is going to be intense for you. Here, there is a sense of leaving behind what other people have so demanded and desired. You are going to find your path and your truth. And it's kind of almost like, the heck with everybody else. You are going to see that maybe you don't need the newest and brightest and shiniest everything. You simply need to be happy and content. And I'm seeing that being a theme of 2020. A sense of, I know where I stand. But the devil is in the details. The devil is going to be right there with you. And I don't mean the devil so much as the horned, evil, monster of Christianity, but I do mean it as the power of your truth. I do mean it as people who try to pull you down and having to fight against what society wants you to do, what the world wants you to do, and what you want to do. As long as you come from a place of love. You see how knowledge and the heart is what the fairy sleeps upon? Okay? So here, knowledge and love is worth more to her than gold. And that's how I see it. So you're going to find that there's a shift to the focus of what you want, of where you're heading, of what you desire. And you break free from the chains of everybody else. And you move forward into a change that is divinely guided. It will bring tears. It can most definitely bring tears. It can most definitely make you feel overwhelmed, make you doubt, make you question. But it is going to make you better at the other end. It is going to make you, it is going to make you better as you move forward, as you go after your goals and your dreams. Because here, and why this is so important for you to hold on and take the emotional truth that Divinity is giving you, is because you have vampiric energy around you. You have it now, and you have it going into 2020. And I don't mean this to scare you. I don't want you to think, oh my gosh, now everything's over and everybody's stealing my happiness. They're not. But they are, some people are like bottom feeders, okay? They just can't help it. They just can't. And you can sit there and get mad at them, and you can sit there and get angry. But in the end, you're not going to be able to do anything about it, because they're still going to be them, and you're still going to be you, and you're going to be at two totally different ends of the spectrum. Their vibrational energy is down here. It's base. it's angry, it's overwhelmed, it's feeling like the world owes them something. Okay? Everybody's been here. Everybody. Vibrational energy up here. It's harder. It's love. It's compassion. It's being aware of your emotions. It's apologizing about your actions. Okay? So you're vibrating up here. Because I firmly believe that if you watch this channel, you're not like everybody else. Okay? You vibrate higher. You are striving towards something greater. And what I'm seeing here is the need to sever vampiric energy. The need to say no more. And what you're doing is what you should do at least once a month is sit in meditation and see yourself with these strands of light coming out of you. Okay? They're strands of light of love, of the universe bringing in healing energy, moving you forward, gracing you. There are also going to be strands that look like sewer sludge. Sever them. View yourself, or view an angel coming up before you. And what that angel does is just takes their sword and swipes it down, severing all ties. The ones that are of the universe, the ones that are of the angels, of your spirit guides, they form again, instantaneously, stronger now than ever before because they cleared away any negativity that might be around there. The ones that are of sewer sludge, they shrivel and they fall away. That's what you're going to need, because you do not need to be in that negative energy, and you do not need to have that around you. As you free yourself, as you focus on what you desire, because look here, this little girl, she's so sweet, she's so happy. She holds a flower in her hand, and it's like, yes, I have blessings. I have bounty. Is she a little girl? She might not be. I don't know. So you have blessings. You have bounty that move you forward. And as you do so, there's the 10 of earth, prosperity, abundance, success. It's like, finally I am there. This is money or something you value as much as money coming into your life. It may not be that you win the lottery in 2020. It may not be that you get the job promotion, but I can tell you your hard work pays off. I can tell you that when it comes to your career and what you are focusing on and where you are heading, you are changing. There's going to be a shift in 2020 that makes you feel more confident within yourself. Is it going to be easy? No, it absolutely isn't. Is it going to be powerful and good for you? It absolutely is. Because this change brings you to see what is truly important, not being tempted away from your knowledge and your love by gold and glitter and jewels and becoming a Kardashian and being, the great Gatsby and, keeping up with the Joneses. No, it doesn't matter. What matters is your heart and your truth and yourself, because you are becoming part of the earth. You are becoming part of the divine feminine, the mother, and moving forward in a power. And it does not matter your gender or how you identify yourself. You are becoming part of a greater power that has been ignored and overlooked, and you have overlooked it within yourself. You are unlocking a key which brings you magic beyond belief. And this is not hocus pocus magic. This is the fact that in Hinduism, they say Brahma hid the God's head within man, because that is the only place that man would not look for it. Because as you embrace your bounty, look here, she has riches opening and she has a wolf guarding it. As you embrace your bounty, you are guarded by the earth, by power. It's hard work, but it changes everything. Now let's see what your spirit guide oracle cards have to say. Scorpio 2020. Scorpio 2020. Scorpio 2020. Scorpio 2020. Scorpio 2020. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Fantastic. Okay, that's where I'm going to stop. And I'm just going to lay these out quietly. At the center of everything, you have the bumblebee, which I love, right? You have the bee with the magician. And this is a beautiful combination because, just a side note, in Celtic mythology, bees were part of the divine. So they were magic. And here you have it paired with magic. They were part of paradise. So here you have magic all around you, which is astounding. And this says, sweet results await as you harness your magic, as you move forward in your power, as you are graced. Then you move to the cat spirit, which says, claim your independence as everything changes. It's not staying the same. Remember what Plato said, all is flux and nothing stays the same. All right? Everything is always changing. And if Plato can say it, thousands of years ago, and it was true then, and the fact that it is true now, that is a truth. So the only thing that you can be absolutely assured of is that life changes. And now you are experiencing a profound life change that brings you into your independence, that brings you strength. Then you have the canary spirit, which says, sing your own song as you open up your own truth, as you turn towards your own heart's light. Sing your own song. Then we have the skunk spirit, which says, know your worth. Know your worth as you build your dreams. Know your worth as you are moving forward. Know your worth as you are heading towards what you truly desire and where you need to be. Okay? Do not let other people be in control of planting your seeds of greatness, because they're yours. And you are going to be growing and building magnificent things off of them. Then we have the parrot spirit. It says, watch your words as you connect with your divine truth. Watch your words as a part of you is awakened, because your words hold more power than you could ever imagine. And we as human beings, we tend to forget that. I tend to forget it, that our words are so powerful and so beautiful. Watch your words. Watch your words and watch your emotional truth. Because when you start to feel yourself being pulled down, when you start to feel yourself being angry, when you start to feel yourself being overwhelmed, embrace your soul's truth and change your mindset. Even if that means that you just have to go out for a little bit, go take a walk, go get a coffee, go, a cup of tea, just go sit down somewhere far away from everybody else. If you can't do that because, you're in the middle of work or you have little kids yelling all around you, take a break. And by that, I mean go into the restroom, stand there for 30 seconds, splash some water on your face, breathe for a little bit, and then go back out. You can do it up for 2 minutes. Just as long as everything, if you have little kids, everybody isn't getting into everything. But you need to take a break, because that is going to be so important for you, Scorpio, in 2020, to take those breaks, to connect with this magic, with this beauty, with this divinity that is growing within you. Because if you don't, it will be snuffed out by the demands of the rest of the world. Because this is something fragile, and this is something delicate that is growing inside of you. Then we have the butterfly spirit, which says, transformation is beautiful as you accept God's gift, as you accept divinity's gift, as you move forward by grace and spirit. As you move past the tears, you are transformed. And the transformation is beautiful. It leads you to the scarab beetle, which says magic works through you. And it works through you, Scorpio, because you are connected with magic more so than all the other signs, because you see the grace, and it's so important to see the grace. And so there is grace to you. Let the magic work through you. Let yourself be a conduit. Think of yourself kind of as a battery for magic. Let it go within you. Let it shine. Or think of the magic as the battery, and you're a torch, a flashlight. Let it shine through. Then we have the nightingale spirit. Love is all around you. So as the magic works through you, love is all around you. As you find your truth, your purpose, as you aren't tempted away by everybody else's promises and lies. You live in your grace. This will lead you to claiming your independence and to know that the transformation that 2020 brings is absolutely beautiful. This then leads you to the bobcat spirit with the 4 of earth. So this is the emotional vampires, and this says life is a mystery. So as you have the angels come, or spirit guides, or whomever you want, come and sever the ties of the negativity, shining that beautiful flaming sword and cutting away the doubts, the fears, the hurts, the pains, you will realize that life is a mystery that isn't meant to be solved. It's meant to be experienced, cherished, and then let go. Then we have the wasp spirit, which says sometimes life stings. As you are embracing your greatness, as prosperity comes, life will sting. It will hurt. You will be disappointed. You will sit there and you'll be like, well, where the heck did that come from? Okay? Be prepared for that. You're not going to be able to ride highs all the time. They will come with nastiness in them that make you doubt and fear. But never give up. Never give up on the prosperity that is coming. And at this completion of a cycle, when it comes to your prosperity, to when it comes to what you value as much as money coming into your life, the fact that life stings lets you know your worth, because you know that you have made it even through the nasty bits, and you claim your independence. Your subconscious message for the Sacred Earth Tarot, not tarot, but oracle cards, is perspective. And here, she holds the earth in her hands. She looks to be pregnant. She has complete and utter prosperity all around her. Isn't this the Fibonacci sequence? Please let me know if I'm wrong. But the perfect sequence and the perfect kind of unfolding of numbers within nature. There's perfection all around you, but it's not truly perfect the way we human beings describe it. It is that of nature that brings you tremendous joy, and is being able to embrace the seeds of what you want to plant within your world, that you are now quote unquote pregnant with, that you are going to be able to cultivate. I'm not talking about children. I am talking about you being able to plant the seeds of creativity and watch them grow in a profoundly beautiful way. But it has to do with the way you look at the situation. Perception and perspective are very similar. What you see is astoundingly important, and it all comes from your core. It all comes from your heart and your emotional truth. Then we have the squirrel spirit, which is your subconscious message for the animal, sacred animal cards. And this says, believe in yourself. Your subconscious message is to believe in yourself, because that is truly a powerful thing. And from there, we have the Ace of Air, your subconscious message for your tarot and for this whole entire reading. The Ace of Air is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of knowledge, clarity, and clarity. You take it because you have the magician at your core. The magician has all the elements already. So you take this gift of knowledge, of clarity, of insight, and you fly to new heights. The problem that you are going to have is that everybody's going to want you to be a horse, and you are simply a Pegasus. They're going to think, oh my gosh, you can't be that. The fact of the matter is you can. Let your greatness shine, and do not let other people define you. All right, Scorpio. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you, and I love you all. Bye.